than how I look now. I was the quintessential latchkey kid. I couldn't stay clean for the life of me. I had ripped jeans, some sort of jam smeared on my shirt, was playing outside in the dirt till the lights came on. My mother detested it. I would not wear a dress even if she begged me. The compromise was, her dressing me from head to toe in Pepto-Bismol pink. I was traumatized. I didn't wear pink for 25 years, and that's not an exaggeration. A few years ago, I was having a conversation with an advocacy friend of mine, and she was talking about, feminism and gender identity and racial identity and all these labels and stuff. And I thought, the last time, or the first time, the time that I felt my freest was when I identified simply as Angelina. I played with whatever toys I wanted to, I played whatever games I wanted to, I played with whoever I wanted to. I was just me, My mom's friends all had sons of varying ages, but I grew up essentially with boys. I guess you could say I was a tomboy. And, I got into some mess like kids usually do, and our parents were scolding us. And there was this older woman that said, but the girl, the girl, boys will be boys, but the girl, she should know better. And I thought, the girl? Where's the girl? The girl, who's the girl? It took me a good 10 minutes to realize she was talking about me. I was the girl that should know better, that should do better, that should stay clean, not, rip her jeans and make loud noises and be boisterous and such. I was that girl. Now, being a girl is not a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing. I love being a girl. But in that moment, it was heavy, it was weighted. And for that moment, for the first time ever, I was othered. Someone checked a box for me, girl, and created a whole set of rules different for me to live by. So I grew up in Brampton before Brampton was Brampton. What do I mean by that? It means that I grew up in Brampton when I had to hop creeks to go to school, walk through cornfields. There was cows literally in my backyard. Before Brampton was incredibly diverse. So, as I was getting ready to head to high school's a really interesting place. But in Brampton, in that time, it was less diverse. There was very segmented groups. High school's already segmented enough already. So getting into high school, I had, by that time, thanks to puberty, had accepted the fact that I was a girl and was stepping into a space where, there was a whole lot more identifiers. There's, of course, the jocks, the nerds, the artsy kids. Those are typical high school musical categories. But there's subsets that were more focused on culture. So there's the Asian kids, the Italian kids, and the black kids, dominated by the Jamaicans, And I, as proud as I am to be Jamaican, my parents are Jamaican, and if you know me, you know that I rep my culture strong, straight from Yad. But, I didn't entirely identify with that set of people, that group of people. I was, a bit of a drama nerd. I loved history and English and art. I spent all my spare time in the library. I, yes, was a black kid, but I wasn't their type of black kid. So it was kind of a bit of a not to be dramatic, but a bit of a crisis, you know. So I survived high school, and I'm here to tell a story. I survived high school and left high school with a whole bunch more, labels, checked a lot more boxes. And then I had a daughter, so now I'm a mother. Check that box. I'm a single mother. Check that box. Stepped into my career, so now I'm a working single mother. Check that box. And then I started to feel incredibly suffocated by all these damn boxes, And it hit me where I was like, hey, when I was 5 years old and that woman called me a girl and checked that first box for me, she built that first wall in my box, I started to feel frustrated, started to feel angry. Not because being a girl is a bad thing. Being a woman is wonderful and I embrace it. However, the rules started to shift. I couldn't just be me. I started to feel like I had to live up to those boxes, those labels. And it pissed me off because here I am, wanting to live this big, bold life in these tiny little boxes. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to start doing things and being in places where I don't check their boxes. So I started developing some software for hotel companies, and I don't have an engineering degree. I started to write for a few magazines, and I don't have a journalism degree. I started to write about whiskey and wine and bourbon and rum, and I'm not a sommelier. I was starting to step into spaces that people didn't expect me to be in, and I loved it. A story. So I collect cigars. I love them. They're beautiful works of art. They talk about history and culture if you really kind of dig deep. And one day I posted a picture of me smoking a cigar on my Facebook. And a cousin of mine, who I love and adore, is an older cousin, called me up and said, well, that's not very Christian. Another box. And I'm really disappointed in you. The younger cousins look up to you. You can't be posting stuff like that on Facebook. So he essentially shamed me into taking the picture down. I took the picture down. But seconds later, this other woman messaged me and said, that's not very ladylike, Angelina. How are you going to get a husband with posting pictures like that online? And it triggered me. In that very moment, I heard, the girl. And you better believe, in that moment, I checked that Jamaican box and let her have it. Lost it. So, for me, now, when I do a photo shoot every month, because I'm vain, but I make sure that I have a cigar in each one of my pictures. And for people, they're like, oh, she's a badass, she's whatever, she's like, pushing against the man. But for me, it's really about me breaking through those boxes. To me, the cigars are more, they're art, they're beautiful, but it's my totem to rebellion. So now I smoke my cigars with a side of whiskey and say, fuck the box.